So if the introductory meeting went well, then the next step, the third phase in the sales process, is the actual presentation. And this is where the rubber meets the road. This is probably the most important part of the sales process, because here's where you begin to position your company and your solution. So the first thing you want to do is, again, as we're presenting, let's not so much talk about our company. And I've seen people do this. They walk in, they start talking about their company, how much square footage they have, how many years they've been in business, blah, blah, blah. Customers don't want to hear that. What they want to hear from you is your understanding of what's happening in their market segment. So what you want to do is share with them your observations of what you're seeing in the market. But more important than observations, because if it's just basic observations, they'll probably be thinking, I already knew that, or we already knew that, what's your point? What you want to begin to provide is some insight. Things that they didn't know. It can begin with the phrase, did you know? And whatever that follows that is what they want to know. Things that they don't know about the market is what they're expecting you to share with them. So again, don't waste their time by telling them what they already read in the newspaper or the magazines or any annual report. Give them information that they cannot get anywhere else. And this is where you, the salesperson, you got to do some digging here. You got to come up with some stuff that they don't know about, and then be able to present that in such a way that they go, I didn't know that. And when you got that look in their eye and you can see it, that's when you know you finally hit. So once you've given them the insight, what's happening in the market, some observations, what's changing, you can also then begin talking about some of the new challenges looking forward. Now that you've built some credibility, that you understand their market, say, hey, here's where the market's going. Here's some of the new challenges you'll be facing. In fact, given the increased competition, you're going to have to position yourself much stronger in the market, Mr. Customer, if you want to achieve these revenue goals. See, by presenting it in such a way that now they got to start moving if everybody else is catching up, then all of a sudden you create that sense of urgency. Once you've created that sense of urgency, first of all, you establish the observations, some insight, things that are changing in the market. Now the new challenges, where the market's going. Then at this point, the customer is now ready to listen to your solution. Now, everything you've presented, your observations, your insight, your challenges in the market, all lead to your solution. And that's when they're ready to hear the presentation. Now, if you've primed them, and I use that word purposefully, if you've primed them to understand that, hey, we need to change, then they'll be ready to listen to your solution. So what's the objective of the presentation? Obviously, it's to introduce yourself, your company, your product, and your new solution. But really, in the sales process, in a large, high-tech sale, complex sale, the next step is to get them to actually evaluate the product. That's where you want to get them to. That should be the objective of the third phase, which is the presentation phase, to get them to do a field trial.